You might think of room service as a luxury. The idea of lounging in a fluffy robe, watching TV while your dinner arrives hot and covered with a silver lid, it feels indulgent. But behind the scenes, that plate of pasta may have taken a journey you'd never imagine. From makeshift prep stations to recycled ingredients, the hotel kitchen isn't always the pristine operation you expect. And once you understand what really goes on back there, room service might lose some of its shine. Let's start with the basics. Hotel kitchens are under pressure. Unlike a regular restaurant, which serves from one central kitchen, a hotel may run multiple outlets. Breakfast buffets, conference lunches, banquets, bar snacks, and room service, all from the same small space. That leads to chaos, multitasking, and yes, shortcuts. Cross-contamination risks go up. Hygiene isn't always a priority when 3 events are running at once. Now add staffing problems into the mix. Many hotels, especially budget or mid-range ones, operate with a skeleton crew at night. If you order a meal at 10 p.m., there's a good chance it's being microwaved by a front desk agent, not a trained chef. That's not an exaggeration. It's standard practice in many properties. And those late-night menus, they're designed around what's easy to reheat, not what's fresh. What's worse is that hotels often repurpose leftover food from breakfast or buffets into room service meals. That chef's pasta special might be a blend of scrambled eggs, bacon, and yesterday's vegetables. It's not illegal, but it's definitely not gourmet. And in hotels trying to cut costs, this food recycling is encouraged. The less they waste, the better the profit margin. Many guests assume that because the food looks nice, it must be clean and safe. But the hotel kitchen may be using the same cutting board for raw chicken and your salad vegetables. Dishwashers may not reach proper sanitizing temperatures. And inspections? They're often scheduled in advance, giving kitchens time to clean up just for show. That's the dark truth behind hotel hygiene. If you've ever ordered room service late at night, let me know in the comments what you got and how it tasted. I'd love to hear where you're watching from, and if this video helps you think twice, consider subscribing. It helps a lot. Let's talk about cost. Room service fees are one of the biggest hotel markups you'll encounter. You're not just paying for the food, you're paying a delivery fee, a service charge, and often an automatic tip. A $15 burger can quickly turn into a $28 charge on your room. That's without even adding tax or drinks. And those trays you see outside hotel doors, they often sit for hours. Leftovers attract pests like cockroaches and rodents, especially in older properties. But some hotels still don't have dedicated staff to collect them promptly. That means your hallway can become a buffet for bugs. It's another hygiene problem no one talks about. Let's break down how these charges work. Say you order dinner for $22. You'll likely see a $5 delivery fee, 18% service charge, and a $3 tip. That's already $33 before tax. Compare that to ordering delivery through an app, where you get more options, faster service, and often better food. Yet many guests assume hotel room service is safer or higher quality. Hotels also bank on convenience. They know you're tired, maybe jet-lagged, and you don't want to put on shoes to find a restaurant. So they keep the menu simple, the options familiar, and the prices high. It's not about food, it's about psychology, and the kitchen staff knows it. Now let's talk about timing. When you order room service during busy periods, like after a wedding reception or major conference, your meal might be prepared by an overwhelmed cook juggling 10 other orders. Mistakes happen, sauces are forgotten, food sits in the hot box too long, but it still shows up with a polished lid and a smile. The food delivery path is another hidden issue. In many hotels, especially older ones, the room service path isn't a direct line from kitchen to guest. Dishes might be carried through stairwells, freight elevators, or even passed between departments. Every step increases risk. Uncovered drinks can absorb smells, food can lose heat, cleanliness can suffer. Ever wonder why room service coffee tastes off? It's often brewed hours in advance and kept in thermoses, not made fresh. Milk may be unrefrigerated, and in some hotels, staff even use powdered creamers to avoid the hassle. The result is a lukewarm, watery drink that costs as much as a coffee shop latte. There's also a trust issue. Guests assume that room service means care and attention, but many kitchens don't label ingredients clearly. That puts people with allergies at risk. And hotel staff, especially temps or trainees, may not know how to handle dietary requests safely. One slip, and it's a medical emergency. Let's not forget portion control. Hotel kitchens use pre-portioned items to avoid waste. That's why your pasta bowl feels half empty. It's intentional. Every ounce is tracked for cost. You're paying for convenience, not quantity. And because room service comes with fancy presentation, you're less likely to complain about the portion. What about nutrition? Hotel menus often lean heavily on fried, creamy, or carb-loaded dishes. Why? Because they're easy to reheat and have longer shelf lives. Fresh vegetables? Rare. Grilled fish? Unlikely. These meals are designed for speed, not health. And that's not ideal for guests staying more than a few nights. Let's go back to food safety for a moment. Some hotels reuse garnishes, meaning that slice of lemon on your plate could have touched someone else's dish. Staff may reuse bread baskets, and if you're in a tropical location, be wary of undercooked seafood. The kitchen may not have the refrigeration or standards to handle it properly. Hotel hygiene also varies by country and brand. A 5-star hotel in Tokyo might follow stricter standards than a luxury resort in the Caribbean. But marketing makes it all look the same. Photos of plated steak and glowing room lights hide the inconsistencies. Guests rarely get the full picture. Ever notice the menu doesn't change? That's because hotel kitchens often use the same recipes for months. It simplifies ordering, but it also means ingredients sit in storage longer. Sauces are pre-mixed. Desserts are frozen. What you see as a fresh crème brûlée might be a defrosted portion warmed with a torch. There's also the issue of complaints. Many guests don't bother. They assume the food wasn't great, but acceptable. That silence keeps problems hidden. Kitchen managers don't fix what they don't know is broken, and hotels don't invest in better food if nobody pushes back. Let's end with a few tips. First, if you must order room service, ask what's made fresh. Skip items that require long transport like steak or fries. Stick to soups, sandwiches, or fruit. Those are easier to prepare safely and often have fewer ingredients. Second, check reviews. Some hotels have great kitchens, others don't. Finally, be polite but curious. Ask how food is prepared. Ask where it's coming from. If the staff hesitates or seems unsure, that's your sign. There's no shame in skipping room service and grabbing a meal elsewhere. Your wallet and your stomach will thank you. Now you know, hotel kitchens aren't always what they seem. Room service carries more than just a price, it carries risk. Next time you hear a knock at your door and see that silver tray, remember what it took to get there, and ask yourself if it was really worth it.